The Article V defect. Article 5 is missing an elections clause in the convention clause. There's no way to start the Article 5 Constitutional Convention of the People without further agreement, including what is the ratio of representation, how many people get to go. Here is a visual image of the defect in Article 5. There is no way to start the convention. Even if 2/3 of the state legislatures vote to start the convention, there are no rules for how many people get to go. What is the ratio of representation? And so therefore, you're in a feedback loop. Here's a simpler way of looking at it. The Article 5 convention cannot begin without rules of representation for the convention, but only the Article 5 convention has the power to set the rules of representation for the convention, and so therefore the convention cannot begin. We are beginning to see broad scholarly agreement on the Article 5 defect and the need to amend Article 5 itself. Ubi jus incertum, ibi jus nullum. Where the law is uncertain, there is no law. Likewise, where the Constitutional Convention Clause is uncertain, there is no Constitutional Convention Clause. Here's the language again for you to look at it for yourself. Very short. The Congress shall call a convention for proposing amendments. We need to fill in the elections clause, qualifications clause. We need to have an initial ratio of representation, and then we have to decide how we start out in terms of districting. Finally, the state legislatures cannot be trusted to call for the convention of the people. We see that by the evidence of the success of the Convention of States movement of getting 19 state legislatures to sign Article 5 resolutions where they are claiming they are sovereigns in the system rather than the people. And so, if we can't get the state legislatures to call for a full-powered convention of the people per Article 5, the only other option is if Congress itself proposes a 28th Amendment where we amend Article 5 to allow the people to vote to begin their own convention, in addition to the state legislatures having that power. And we have a video on this channel called the 28th Amendment, which proposes such an amendment, and we also have a companion video called the Missing Check and Balance, which helps explain its need. For further study, I invite you to take a look at my book, Guide to the First Article 5 Convention of the People.